Hi and welcome to a tutorial in 3ds Max. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a material and which is overlaid with a bitmap. So let's get started here. I'm just going to use any old object. You could use a tube, decoy. It really works on anything. Oh. So I'm just going to make a simple cube there, and then I'm going to get started on my environment. I'm doing this in V-Ray. You can do it in standard. It'll work. It's exactly the same. So I'm just going to create a light, create that about there, point it towards my object. Make sure it's pointed on the object, like so. And that's okay, I think. Let's do our materials now. And that is a dog barking. Okay, so I've given my cube just a plastic, simple, glossy material. You can use any material really, doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to click my object, go down to Edit to Polygon, select that face and detach it. So I'm going to exclude that face from the rest of the object, so I can focus on that face and apply my material to that. I'm then going to create the rest of my materials. This material will be for the plane. Yeah, I'm just going to put that there. It doesn't show up in colour, but trust me, it's there. I don't know why it's like that. I'm going to grab another material. Okay, sorry. This should be your composite material. This is where you're going to combine your normal material with your bitmap, so they overlay each other. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag your first material into the base material. That's in there, so it looks exactly the same as that. We're then going to create our bitmap to go over that material. So I'm actually going to quickly show you that in Photoshop. I've already done one here. It's just a standard, random like cross. I don't know why. We're going to no background, by the way, no background. Save for the web. PNG 24. Make sure transparency is ticked on. Save. Already saved. I'm going to overwrite that. Go back into 3ds Max. You could do this as a V-Ray material. You could do this as a standard material. It really doesn't matter. I'm just going to do it as a standard material. It's exactly the same as the other way. So let's grab our material. That's in diffuse, by the way. Let's locate our image. There it is. Reworld. Make sure that's ticked off. You want, in alpha source, you want none ticked. Go back. Go down to your maps. Locate opacity. You want the same bitmap on that. Make sure you do the same one here as you did before. There we go. And mono channel output. You want alpha ticked. And there we go. There's no background at all, is there? That's exactly what we want. And you're going to go back to your composite material. You're going to drag your bitmap onto material 1, which then is going to create this lovely material. And I'm actually going to add a bit of reflection onto my bitmap, just a tad. Just up the specular level and glossiness to about there. Yeah, there we go. And then going to grab my face, going to drag that material onto there. So that should be on there now. I'm going to make sure all my materials have a high subdiff, because I know this material here has a 35 subdiff, and you want your subdiffs around, it's quite a large object, so you want your subdiffs quite high. I'd say, 25 is quite good. You also want to apply high subdiff to your light. I'm actually going to decrease the intensity to 20. You can click invisible. It's not in the way in our environment here, but it's always handy to tick invisible. 25 subdiffs. You also need to add a UVW map to your side here, or it won't attach properly. Make sure rebuild map size is off. I know for a fact that it won't go on there properly. I want face ticked because it is a face, and that should be good to go. I'm actually going to render in V-Ray frame buffer. It doesn't really matter which rendering system you're using, and that should be good to go. Let's have a see. Yeah, there we go. You can see that the entire cube has the same material, even on our plane here, even on our face here, and our bitmap is looking quite good, I think. And yep, that is a tutorial on how to overlay your material with a bitmap. If you've got any other questions, feel free to leave them below, and I'll probably just make a tutorial of that.